Most people are looking at HighLevel's new AI studio like it's just another way to build apps, but they're missing the real advantage because this isn't just about vibe coding. It's about building tools that connect directly to your CRM. That means every form submission, every interaction, every lead goes straight into your pipeline, triggers automations, and actually turns into revenue. My name is Andrew, and in this video, I'm going to show you how the brand new AI Studio works and why this might be one of the most powerful features HighLevel has released for agencies. Let's get into it. So first things first, Lovable, Replit, all these vibe coding tools that you guys are looking at. That is for building tools, okay? HighLevel's AI Studio is actually allowing you to build tools that are connected to your business. Now, sure, you can do that with Lovable. Sure, you can do that with Replit with a lot of prompting, but the AI Studio inside of GHL is allowing you to do this natively right within the platform, and it's really, really cool. And I wanted to just show you guys where to find this. So it's brand new. It's not even released publicly yet. You're going to have to head into your sub account. This is not at the agency level. You're going to go into labs in the sub account, and you're going to scroll to the very, very bottom of this list here, and you're going to find AI Studio, and we're going to just turn that checkbox on. Now, remember, guys, this is still in beta, all right? So I want to just set the expectation that it's still evolving, right? Like this is the first time that it's kind of come public for this public beta that we get to all experience it. And so, don't be so quick to judge it. I know I see so many of these videos where people are like, sucks, Lovable's better, Replit's better, Claude Code, whatever your favorite platform is. The reality is this is in beta still. It can only get better, just like we've seen everything else inside of GHL. It is evolving and it's going to get really, really cool. All right, so what I want to do is I want to start by showing you guys some projects that I have personally built inside of Lovable, and we're going to try to recreate those together inside of GoHighLevel. So I'm going to start by just showing you a few of the different ones. So this one right here is one of my favorites. This is just a simple call cost calculator. So basically I'm saying, hey, every missed call is money lost. Plug in a few numbers and see what silence really costs your home service business. So the person kind of comes in and says, okay, well, average job is going to cost me $3,500, $3,600, whatever it is. Next, all right, how many calls do you think you miss per week? Most common, probably about 10 calls. I'll say next. And what is your conversion rate? All right, let's be, moderate. Let's say that we're a 17% conversion rate. Calculate my loss. Weekly loss, you're losing $6,000 a week, you're losing $25,000 a month, and you're losing over $300,000 a year based on the number of missed calls you're getting, based on your conversion rate, right? Now, what if you capture just 50% more calls? That's $154,000 in added additional revenue just because you're not missing those calls. So basically what I did when I built this tool is I wanted to show people the functionality that we have with missed call text back inside of HighLevel. And this is showing them exactly what the cost of not having missed call text back, AI automations in place are costing them. So that's one example. Another example is our AI growth quiz. So this is basically just a quick self-assessment for a small business to kind of assess like how well they're using AI. Do your website and landing pages speak directly to your client? Maybe I'm going to go down the page. Are you tracking and analyzing leads? Do you use AI-powered chat widgets? Do you have an AI-powered email sequence? No. Are you using AI to create and schedule value-based content automatically? No. Does your CRM use AI? I don't even know what a CRM. Do you have AI systems to ensure no leads never forgotten? Definitely not. Cool. Is your buying process optimized? Nope. I'm basically telling them like, hey, these are some of the ways that you should be using AI, but if you're not, let's kind of figure out like, yep, nope, more nopes and more nopes. And more no's. I should probably take down the amount of questions we have here, but some good no's in this form. And it gives them a score. Hey, your AI readiness score is at 34%. Massive AI opportunity, which means you can prepare for exponential growth. These are kind of where you scored. You were doing good in capture, bad in nurture, bad in close, not great in evangelize, not great in reactivation. So here is your personalized marketing plan. And then if I click book your free AI strategy session, it logs in to a booking page right there on our white label SaaS website. Now, I want to mention this though. Imagine this same tool I just shared with you inside of HighLevel with the new AI Studio. We could actually have this be a form that is right inside of HighLevel natively. We don't have to go anywhere else. Somebody could fill out a form and it would be putting them right into the CRM, which is freaking amazing. And then this last one is more of a website, a landing page. One of the ways I personally love vibe coding and leveraging AI to build websites is less about creating this pixel perfect site. I think a lot of people are looking for shortcuts and quick, ways to just like get through everything. My goal is not that. My goal is to conceptualize and then share that with my team. So I've got designers on my team who can help me execute. And so a lot of times I'll start with something like this and I'll be like, okay, there's some cool stuff here. There's some not so cool stuff here, but it's a really good layout to kind of get me started. And then I just turn this over to my design team to actually help me make it something special. But honestly, for a first pass, it's freaking good. It's really, really good. So all that to say, I wanted to show you some examples of kind of what vibe coding apps look like. So what I'd like to do is show you how we could do this tool here. And I'm going to just open up my original prompt inside of Lovable. And I said, missed call opportunity cost audit tool based on this image. And I actually provided a screenshot of an image that was kind of like this aesthetic, this design that I wanted to go off of. Okay. I'm going to just say, I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to just take that over here and we're going to go back into HighLevel. And I'm going to, again, I showed you guys in the labs where we enabled it. I'm going to go back now. And now we have this really nice new beta AI studio. Let's build something amazing. Now I'm going to go ahead and prompt this, and I'm going to keep the prompt simple because I want to show you guys that you can go really basic and still get a really great outcome. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this in missed call opportunity cost audit tool. I want to show the website visitor how much revenue they are leaving on the table by not leveraging automation and AI in their business. Every missed call is a missed opportunity to make more money in their business. I want the tool to have to give them the answer after they fill out the questions. I'm going to just say, e.g., average cost of lead, average deal value, number of missed calls, etc. And then I'm going to say at the end of the process, I want them to get prompted to get an AI assessment, and it will be connected to the CRM to drop them into the system. Okay, not a great prompt, but I want to show you guys. Now, I did see here at the very top, it says we're experiencing high traffic on AI Studios. Some features may be slower than usual. Team's on it. Thanks for patience, because again, we're in beta. And I'm sure that me and every other person that's creating content is talking about this tonight and sharing it with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and press the purple button. And what I'm gonna do is, like, once I start this, I'm gonna kind of probably pause my screen and let it do its thing, just to kind of explain to you what's happening right now. If you've never played with any type of agentic AI or any type of vibe coding tool like Lovable or Replit, what's going to happen is it's actually going to review my initial prompt, and it's going to come back and kind of say, hey, here's kind of what we're thinking we're going to do. This is the plan. And then meanwhile, on the right-hand side, it's really just kind of switching between some of the functionality and features that HighLevel is offering in the AI Studio product. So it talks about, hey, there's built-in integrations with calendars and the forms and the CRM. You can, use the AI to build stuff. It's a live preview. You can click. You can add attachments. All of these different things to kind of help improve the flow. One of the things I'd recommend too, I love doing this, is you saw me kind of talking out loud as I was typing. When I'm actually operating, vibe coding tools like this in my everyday, I actually have a little shortcut on my keyboard where I hold the function key down and I'm actually able to dictate what I want it to say. So I typically do more of a brain dump. I hold the function key, I do a real big brain dump of exactly what I want, and then I let go of the function key and everything's typed out right there, and then I submit that. So it's just a little bit faster way to kind of execute on this stuff. So you can see it right here. It said set up design system and generate assets, build interactive opportunity cost calculator, create AI assessment lead capture form, and assemble landing page and integrate tracking. So we're already 3 of the 4 steps here. I'm going to give it a second to let it do its thing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, sweet. So that actually didn't take much longer than after I pressed pause, actually just like a matter of seconds. And it said, I went ahead and built a beautiful interactive missed call opportunity cost calculator, features real-time calculation using sliders, a sleek dark mode design with neon accents, and a lead capture form that prompts users for a free AI assessment. I also set up the form tracking signal so you can connect it to your CRM. And you'll see right out of the gate here, there's a little pop-up that says connect, where we can actually connect it to the CRM. And we'll do that here in just a second. We might break something. Again, we're in beta, we'll see. But let's just look at the tool, right? So over here, the warning, you are losing revenue right now. True cost of missed calls. Every missed call is a missed opportunity. Use our calculator below to discover exactly how much revenue is slipping through the cracks of your business. So missed calls weekly, we're going to just put in a little bit of a number. I'm missing, roughly 8. My average deal value is around, let's call it $3,500. For in roofing, it could be even more. It could be, upwards of $10,000. Let's go with $7,500, right? Average close rate. Let's say we have from phone calls, let's say our close rate's like close to 4%. That is still weekly lost revenue of $2,400, monthly lost revenue of over $10,000, and a total lost revenue of over $100,000. And when we're supporting these small businesses, especially as agencies, and offering them these tools, we need them to see the real dollar value of what it is that they're losing when they're not implementing this kind of technology. When they're too busy on a roof or giving a quote or whatever the case may be, that they weren't able to take that call, they are losing that business to their competitor. And so this is a really cool thing. Want to stop losing the money, fix this leak. stop losing this much money, drop your information in, and you're going to get your free assessment. And what I love about this is once I connect it to the CRM, this field right here can then trigger other automations. Like as soon as they do this, I want you to automatically, notify our sales team, add an opportunity to the pipeline, do a ringless voicemail drop. There's like a number of things we know we can do with the automation. So this is very, very cool. And then just if you've never used any type of AI to vibe code, what's really great is it's just like any other, large language model where you can kind of interact back and forth. So I'm going to just say, change all of the red text to be a neon blue. And I'm going to just simply send that prompt and let's see how good it can do and how fast it can do that. But this is kind of how vibe coding works. You're just being able to kind of casually have a conversation with the agent and it's doing the thing. So, and you can go crazy. Like those of you that are like vibe coders and you're already doing this stuff, that that this is just scratching the surface. Like this is just really kind of an introduction to like what is possible, and this tool is really freaking cool. I'm loving how well it connects to the CRM, and just that part is going to be the piece that really allows us as agencies to be able to do something for our clients that's really meaningful. And it's editing it right now. So while it does that, actually one of the points I wanted to make about us as agencies is you have the ability with all of the automation so that like, hey, somebody uses this tool, they fill out the tool, it creates a contact, it fires a workflow with an SMS, an email, a follow-up. These aren't just things for us as agencies. These aren't just cool tools. They're going to help us generate leads in our business. And the cool thing for our clients is everything stays inside of the client account. You don't have to duct tape tools together. A lot of us are already, creating apps for our clients, and we're using Replit and Lovable and these other tools out there to do it. And then we're creating a custom link inside of HighLevel to kind of showcase it. Now you can bring all that into one place. And for them, it feels like it's just a unified experience, and it creates such a sticky relationship for that client. So changed warning colors to neon blue. And so it said it actually changed our warning colors to neon blue. So it didn't fill out the right, change the right thing. So I might have to be more specific with that. So while that does that, I'm going to say, let's connect the CRM and see what it says about that. The other thing too is like monetization, right? Like a lot of people that are vibe coding right now still don't know how to monetize. One of the things that I think that as agencies, we have like the real easy way to monetize right out of the gate is people are tired of old school lead magnets, right? Like I kind of like the phrase gated is dated, right? The idea that gating content is just not as valuable as it once was. Somebody doesn't want to give you their email address for an ebook or a case study or a white paper. So if you can create these interactive lead capture tools for your clients, these AI powered funnels, you can then charge them monthly for the hosting of it, the automation of it, the optimization of it, and you're keeping it all on their platform, right? And there's the speed advantage, right? Because you can build, you can connect it to their CRM, you can deploy it fast, there's no developer handoff, and it's a lot easier to test ideas for clients and just bring it into one place for them. And I think that's what's really great, right? It's what brings everything together. Remember, tools are cool, but tools tied to a CRM make money. And that's the big difference is if you can make it have a monetary value for your customers or even for your own business, that's what's going to make the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and press the connect button. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it says. So it looks like it's already looking at our tracking. It's looking kind of at our account ID, and I'm going to see what else it does here while that's doing that. This is awesome. I'm really excited I'm excited to see like what comes of this. I mean, I'm looking at the first beta. I mean, they literally dropped this beta for HighLevel agency owners today. This is a brand new feature right out of the box, and I know it's only going to get so much better. I mean, look, I gave it like a pretty terrible prompt, and we got something that's pretty dang close to what I had over here. Now, yeah, this one's a little bit brighter and lighter, and if I would have given a screenshot and provided some reference, I probably could have gotten something closer to that. But honestly, for a first prompt in a brand new tool, I'm very impressed. All right, so it looks like it's editing our submissions. Boom, it's all done. Connected form. It says 5 tools used, right? Great. And I can just say, great, like what are the details? Okay, I've successfully wired up your form to the CRM. It will now automatically capture the name, email, and phone number and send them securely in the background whenever someone submits the form. And there's kind of all the code if you want to see the code, but I'm just going to go back to the latest and go back to my preview. And so just like this, we've got a tool that's like technically usable, right? Like we have the ability to press publish. And here, it's automatically going to create a domain name for you can use right out of the gate. But then also you can connect, once you've pressed publish, with the temporary domain name, you can actually add your own custom domain name. So you could think about this like my link for this might be something like missedcalls.trustyourwingman.com, which is our white label SaaS offering. And so I'm going to go ahead and just press publish again. It's got the ability to create the icons. It looks like it automatically generated a nice little social image for SEO purposes. And I'm going to go ahead and just click apply changes and publish. and let it do its thing. It says it's live, and I can click view app. And here we are. It did change the blue. It just didn't let us preview it a minute ago. So we have a live tool that I could actually start promoting right away and start generating leads for myself. Now, let's think about this for a client, right? Like I'm showing you guys an example for us as agencies, but what about a client? You might be asking me, what's a good example of an interactive tool? This might be a roofing company that says, hey, what is the cost of an old roof costing you in terms of efficiency in your home? Most people don't know this, but if you have a really old, bad roof, it might be costing you, higher electricity bills. You could have mold buildup. I mean, there's a number of things. Like I'm using roofing as an industry, but this applies to a number of different verticals and industries, different calculators, different quizzes. One of the ways that we're using AI and vibe coding a lot is actually even to just replace kind of boring software that we were paying $20-$30 a month for, that we were able to replace and bring it in-house. So for example, one of the ways that we use it is we have this really cool, I'm actually going to share with you guys this. I'm going to show you this marketing budget calculator. Sometimes clients will come to us and say, well, what should we be spending on marketing? It's like, okay, well, what's your annual revenue? Okay, you're making $650,000 a year. Your industry is healthcare. Kind of the average for that industry wise is 4 to 7%. So let's just say that you spent 4% of your $650,000 a year. Then your recommended and suggested budget is $2,167 a month, right? And what's really good about that is I've actually mapped this price point to some of my plans that are mostly aligned with the price point that they could afford. So if the client's like, oh, I have much more I could spend on marketing, I'm willing to spend 10%, you see it automatically adjusted down here to be my larger marketing package. So this is kind of an interactive pricing, form that I've created to showcase the best packages that our agency has to offer. And this is a tool that historically, like I was sending out manual proposals for all this. Now a client can kind of self-serve, which is amazing. So very, very excited to see what this tool has the power to do over the next few months, over the next few years, and as it goes completely go public with it. So excited to hear what you guys think as well. Remember, this is the piece most people are going to overlook. Building apps is cool, but building apps that plug directly into your CRM, trigger automations, and actually can generate leads for you and for your clients, that's where this can get really interesting. And if you're already using HighLevel, you should be testing this right now. And if you're not, I've got a link below where you can get an extended 30-day trial. So definitely take advantage of it. I was on the fence forever about signing up for HighLevel, and I have not looked back ever since I have. So if you decide to go all in, I'll help you get this set up and give you some ready-to-use assets you can roll out to your clients. I've actually got over 100 snapshots you can use. I've got some really cool things to help you generate more leads, podcast prospecting snapshot. I've even actually got a really cool vibe coding prompt tool that will help you write better prompts to use when you're building apps. So drop me a comment. What would you build first with this? What is your plan? What are you going to build? And do me a favor, if you like the video, if you like what I'm sharing, subscribe. Please do me that favor, like the video. I've got more coming on how to actually turn AI into something that drives real results for your business. See you guys.